Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our tonight's distributor training, as usual, with Pascal Olo, all the way from South Africa. And also we'll be having a very special guest from our very own from Kenya by the name of Isaac Ndongo. Pascal, are you there? Can you hear me? You can.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. I really want to appreciate you hosting us this evening. And those of you who are guests, or some of you who are distributors who have never heard the story, our guest speaker this evening, I would recommend for you to put on your seat belts because you're going to hear the story of your life. It's a wonderful story. I don't want to preempt too much. I think you're going to hear from the horse's mouth himself. So I want to take you to the business presentation. The reason why we have this Monday session is to share the business idea with people who are guests to this presentation, but also to the people who have been in the business for a while, and sometimes because things change, things get along, it's quite easy to forget why we joined this wonderful business opportunity. My name is Pascal, as Cynthia said. Betty and I live in South Africa. The mission of our business or our company is very, very simple: to make the world a healthier and a happier place. And that starts with you. Because if everybody else is healthy, everybody else is happy, and you're not, it makes very, very little difference. So we started this business to make an extra $200 a month. Because when we started, Betty didn't have a job. I was employed as a civil engineer, and I had started to do a postgraduate course in construction management, because the only path I knew for becoming successful is to get more education. That's why I enrolled at the University of Witwatersrand in Johannesburg to do another course. But that advice of go to school, get an education is no longer enough. It is not enough to have education. There are many other things you need to have to be able to be financially successful or independent. So Betty and I worked very hard. I remember our first income from the business was only 32 Rand, which is about $3 or $4. But after 7 months of very hard work, our income reached $1,000 a month. So if you're a guest, just pay attention. Now, I'd like to share with you 4 ways that people use to generate income. The first is called a job. A job is when you work for somebody. After 30 days, they pay you a salary. A job is good because it gives you the chance to buy food for your family, to have roof over your head, to have clothes on your back, so that you can have your life getting along. The challenge with employment or the job is a lot of internal politics in the workplace. But also, because of the change in technology, the world is changing very, very, very rapidly. I was listening to a business coach the other day, and he said, between the year 2000 and 2010, the changes that occurred in that period was equivalent to the changes that occurred in the previous 100 years. But now between 2020 and 2025, 5 years, the changes that will occur will be equivalent to the changes that occurred between 1900 and the year 2000. What am I alluding at? By 2040, 50% of all the jobs that exist in the world will no longer be there, because they'll be taken over by computers, they'll be taken over by artificial intelligence. Employers or manufacturers have found very efficient ways to generate income with less people. So if you have a job, better think again. The second way that people use to generate income is self-employment. This is when you have, you borrow money, you get your life savings, you mortgage your house, you take money and you start a business to provide a product or a service to the public in return for the money they pay you. It's good because you determine how hard you work and how much you want to the revenue you want. But there is a limitation. 2 limitations. One is that your income depends on your physical presence. If you're not there, there's no money coming in. Number 2 is that you cannot work more than 24 hours in a day. A very simple test whether you own a business or not. Go away from the business for 60 days. If the business collapses, you don't own the business owns you. And this I find to be, I know a friend who left his job and bought a franchise in a restaurant. And he used to start working at 7 in the morning until 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. After 6 months, he realized that he was in a trap because he couldn't get away from his restaurant. The third way that people use to generate income is big business. These are companies that invest billions of dollars and then provide a product or a service to a very huge population. For example, Vodacom in Southern Africa or MTN, Safaricom PLC in East Africa, ShopRite Checkers across the African continent, Naivas in East Africa. These are companies that invest a lot of money to provide a product or a service to the public. This option is not available to the ordinary person in the streets like myself or yourself. So big business, although people make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of money. The fourth way that people use to generate income is investments. This is when you have money which is over and above what you need for your daily living, and you want to invest in an instrument or a business that gives you a return on your investment. Two things are needed: the knowledge and the skill. So what most people do, they get somebody who is experienced in investing and invest on their behalf, but you also have to pay a fee to those people. So is there an ideal business? Is there a business that you can start with not so many drawbacks that prevents people from becoming financially independent? I think it needs to have the following criteria. The first one is the entry. You need very low capital to get started in this kind of business. In our company, you need between $60 and $100 to start a global business. And this makes it possible for the ordinary person like you and I. The second thing you need to get involved in, the criteria is you need to get involved in distribution. Why? Because this is where wealth is created. When you distribute a product or a service to the public, I was reading a book by Professor Paul Pilzer, and he says, in the 60s, if you take any product, 50% of the cost of the product goes to distribution, 50% to manufacturing. By the year 2010 and beyond, if you take any product, 20% of the cost of the product is manufacturing, 80% is distribution. Why? Because of efficient technology in manufacturing processes. That tells you there is a great opportunity for creating wealth in distribution. The third element is you need to have a global reach. That is, you need to be able to serve a large population in order to create wealth for yourself. Our company does business in 50 countries, and the population of these 50 countries is about 1.9 billion people. So we have a very large population to serve with our products or services. The fourth element is leverage. In fact, leverage is the key to wealth creation, because leverage simply means you find a way to multiply the time and effort that your business is conducted. I mean, you and I have 24 hours. If you sleep 8 hours, you've got another 3 or 4 hours to attend to our families or have meals. And then we work 8, 9, 10 hours a day. You can't work more than that. If you want to increase the amount of hours your business is conducted, you need to cooperate with other people so that the number of hours is multiplied. That is what leverage is. The banks know this, that's why they open branches. The retail shops know this, that's why they open different stores. Fast food restaurants open different locations, that's why they know that leverage is a very important element in becoming financially successful. The fifth element is you need to get involved in consumable, high quality product. Why is that the case? Because a consumable product has a repeat sale. You see, you and I use soap every single day. And when it is finished, you go and buy some more. A pair of shoes is not consumable. A shirt, a dress, those are not consumable products, because if they get dirty, you simply wash them and wear them again. But soap, you need to use it, and if it's finished, you buy some more. So SOP is not very romantic, but it makes good business sense. Then you need a business system. A business system is simply a series of tools, procedures, equipment that you implement in your business that allows the business owner to be absent. If you go to any Absa Bank is an example because Absa is in a lot of African countries. If you go to any branch, you will find that they use the same computer system. They use the layout of the bank is the same. Everything is very systematic, and it allows the owners to be away from the bank, and the business keeps growing. And the last one is timing. Timing is very critical because if you start the business at the wrong time, it may not gain traction or it's too late in the growth curve and the market has already been captured. During the COVID period, 225 million jobs are lost around the world. What does that tell you? It tells you that many, many people are looking for other ways to generate income to provide for their families. And this is what makes this business quite viable. What is network marketing? What is this business that I've been talking about that fulfills all the criteria for an ideal business? It's called network marketing or network distribution. It's a very efficient system of distribution of goods and services. Think about this. If you take any product from a manufacturer and you want to take it to a consumer, it passes through several middlemen: advertising, retailers, wholesalers, transport, and agents, people who keep adding to the cost of the product, but they don't add any value to the product. So what we've done in our business is we've taken out all these middlemen, and we put in a distributor between the manufacturer and the consumer so that the money which is available which should have been paid to all these middlemen is what is available to pay distributors. There are no wholesalers or retailers. Products are explained to customers. We are paid for successfully referring customers to buy products. Although you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. What do I mean by that? Think about this. If you want to bring a product to the marketplace, you need to design the product, get the raw materials to manufacture your products, do quality control. You need manufacturing facility. You need to register your business or your product in all the markets that you do business. All that has been done on your behalf by Neolife or our company. Your job is simply to build a network of people who use the products. That's why we say you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Now, there are no qualifications required in this business except three things. Of course, you need to be 18, at least 18 years of age. Hard work, a desire for success, and teachability. If you have these three things, you're going to be very successful in our business. Neolife started in 1958. It was started by Jerry Brasfield. When Jerry Brasfield was a teenager, he had very, very serious asthma, and his mother gave him natural remedies. And because he recovered, and he thought, maybe I should share this idea to different people, because a lot of people had illnesses which could be arrested by having good nutrition. That's how Neolife was born. And the thing that has kept our business going all these years is, number one, we call them corporate principles: absolute honesty and integrity. Integrity simply means doing the right thing when nobody is watching. It's a very simple idea, but it's not easy to maintain. The second is people are number one. The most important resource we have in our business is people. The third is products that work. Neolife has put together a group of scientists whose job is just to research and develop products so that you have the best products in the marketplace. The fourth is equal opportunity for everybody. Whether you're 18 or 81, whether you're young or old, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're a CEO or a business owner, it doesn't matter. Your success just depends on how hard you work, how big a vision you have, and your desire to become successful. And the last one is a long-range vision. You need to have a very long-range vision if you want to succeed in this business. Neolife started in 1958 in the USA. 1971, we came to South Africa. 1996-97, went to East Africa. The year 1999-2000, went to West Africa. If you're a guest, this business has come to your doorstep today. Now, why do people start this business? People start this business for so many different reasons. Betty and I started this business for 3 reasons: money, money, and money. Just to make an extra buck. Some start the business because they want a better life for their children. Some start the business because they want to buy good homes, buy good cars, go for holidays. Most people, I would guess, start the business because they want to make extra money. You see, money has 3 uses: means of exchanging goods and services. It's a measure of wealth, but it's also a store of wealth. This is what money is. So we need to learn how to make money. It's very important. I know a lot of people say that money is not the most important thing. I agree, but it ranks somewhere with oxygen. Some people start the business because they want to be physically fit. So you're going to partner with a company that has been in business for over 60 years, operates in over 50 countries, and is supported by the Scientific Advisory Board, a group of top-notch scientists whose job is just to research and develop the products. This group of people are not employed by the company. They are independent scientists in their own right, but they've got an agreement to research and develop our products. We've got 4 ranges of products in our business. The first is called the Golden Home Care range. These are cleaning products for cleaning the bathroom, the kitchen, the toilet, the tiles, the clothes, anything in your home that requires cleaning, we've got the products for you. The second is a personal care range of products. These are products for hair shampoo, hair conditioner, hand and body lotion, things that you need to make you look clean. The third is a skincare range of products, things like moisturizers, cleansers, things to protect your skin from the elements. And the last is the nutritional supplements. This is the highest selling range of our business. Why? Because your greatest wealth is your health. When your health is finished, your mission in life is finished. How does this business work? It works when you do 3 things every day. The first is called 3 daily success habits. The first is using the products. Whether in this business or not, at the end of February, you are still going to buy soap. You're still going to buy hair shampoo or something you need to use in your home. You're still going to buy, whether in this business or not. So it makes very good business sense for you to start a business and you start buying from your own business. Now, because Neolife operates in over 50 countries, the company designed what is called the PV system. 100 PV is roughly $160 or $170 in value. The next thing you do is you share the business opportunity. That means you introduce other people to be product users and promoters. If you introduce 6 people plus yourself is 7, you've done a 700 PV unit, your income is about $45 a month. That's about, okay, I can't convert in different currencies. There's so many countries are represented in this meeting today. So that's about $45 a month as a manager. The next thing is you teach the people you brought in to do what you have done. If the person on the top right corner of the screen introduces 2, and those 2 introduce 2 others, you've got a 700 PV unit, plus the other 6 gives you 1,300. You become a senior manager, and your income is about $90 or $100 a month. The next thing is you teach all these people you brought in to duplicate what you do. That means these 6 people also build 700 PV units. Times 6 gives you 4,200 plus 100 is 4,300. You become a director in the business. Your income is between $580 and $700. And that's good income, part-time. Now, not everybody is going to be a business builder. Not everybody will see the vision that this business can create in your life. These people become your customers, and because they're not registered with Neolife, you make a net profit from them of about 20%. The third thing we do every single day is personal development. This is the time you take to learn how to become a business leader. You learn about the business, about the product, the compensation plan, how do you get people into the business, what do you need to learn to become a business leader. This occurs through the support system, training, support, and personal development material. We attend conferences, we attend meetings, conventions, where you learn from people who've been successful how to become successful yourself. How do you earn more money in our business? Just help somebody else to become successful. In fact, I think Zig Ziglar is the one who says, if you help enough other people to get what they want, you don't worry about what you want, because it becomes a natural process. So if you help one more person become a director, your income is about $1,000 a month. If you help 3 people become directors, your income goes to $2,000 a month. If you help 6 people become directors, your income is about $5,000 a month as a president's team member. So at this juncture, I want to invite a very dear friend of mine, one of the best leaders in Kenya in this business. Isaac, can you hear me? Hello? Hi, Isaac, can you hear me? Okay, we seem to be having a technical challenge. All right, as Isaac gets ready, I think one of the things that is very important in our business is, if you want to succeed in this business, it's very simple. Help other people to become successful. That's really the bottom line. The most people you get with success, the higher your success is going to be. Hi, Isaac, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, as you can see, all these people are waiting with a bated breath to hear your story.
All right. Thank you very much, our engineer and applying Pascal Olo. I really appreciate the way you have taken us through this evening, and I want to say I thank you very much for also giving me a chance to share my story. My name is Isaac Ndongo. By profession, I'm a high school teacher. The story I'm going to tell you started 11 years ago. And I was born and brought up in Thika. Thika is the central part of Kenya. So I was born there, and I went to school in the neighborhood of where I was born. And when I went to school, my parents told me to work very hard. In fact, I was assured that if I worked very hard, that I would get very good grades and I would get a very good job. And I had come from quite a humble background. And when I was told that was the solution, I said, I hit the ground running, because I knew then my solution was actually in education, and I still respect education a lot. So I went to primary school, secondary school, still in my neighborhood. That is where I come from. And then another thing happened to me. I actually made it to the university. And I remember still discussing it with a friend of mine from a neighbor friend of mine who was a little bit ahead of me, and told me that if I chose education, something like teaching, I was certain I would get a job. And very fast I did that. So I went to university and I took bachelor's in education. And there you are. Yeah, I graduated and almost immediately got a chance to teach in Chogoria Meru. That is in Kenya. That is the eastern part of Kenya. And when I went there, I started now teaching students. My area has always been English and literature. And by the way, in literature, we only have majorly 2 characters. We have kings and we have beggars. And for all throughout my life, I've always wanted to be a king who would have serious control, especially in the matters that concerns them in the society. And went there now, I started teaching, and those people that are in Kenya, majorly, you know, the literature books. So I went through the river and the source. I would explain the Caucasian chalk circle, whoever was betrayed in the city, you know, along the home stretch when the sun was going down. I have explained those books thoroughly. And every time I would explain them, I would get paid. And to me, I got used that I would wake up in the morning, I would go and work at school and get paid. And that became the routine. The only challenge was one. I am a dreamer. I have never loved to live small. As I have told you about the two characters, the king. So for me, I started realizing the salary was getting finished very early. It would not wait for the end of the month. In fact, sometimes it would not even wait for the half the month. It would actually vanish. And I started wondering, I had worked hard. So I went back to the university and I enrolled for masters in gender and development studies. That is at Kenyatta University. Kenyatta University is actually, though it is in a place called Kiambu, it's basically in Nairobi. It's very near Nairobi. And the idea was this, that if I got another degree, things would improve. And apparently they didn't in terms of money. And I knew there must have been something. The only problem was I didn't know what it was. So one day something happened. But just before that something happened, when I was still teaching in Chogoria, I married Purity. I married to Purity Wamuyu. We've been together now for the last 21 years now. And we are blessed with 3 children, two boys and a girl between them. And so we got married when I was still in Chogoria. And I got a transfer to teach in a school near my home place. Now, in Kenya, I don't know what happens in other countries, but in Kenya, a teacher feels better when she or he works near their home place because of the expenses. So I wanted to work near home, you know, a place where probably I would rush home and they plant a few plants here and there that would sustain me, you know, that would come, you know, to aid me. So Rocho was relatively near our home. So that is when I got a transfer and I came to Rocho. That is now that was one of the reasons. Now it is still never actually improved. And I was realizing that this amount of money was also getting really depleted through taxes. So there would be no problem up there. I would get a good amount of money. In Kenya, it would almost be like 70,000 Kenya shillings. That's roughly $700 in Kenya. The challenge was this. Immediately I would be told this is your money, it would be followed. By what? By pay as you want, pay as you eat, pay as you walk around, pay as you marry, so that by the end of the day, what I used to take home was actually very pathetic. And deep within me, I was saying, I actually wanted something different. And within me, there was that dissatisfaction. Then one day, something happened. Purity was invited to listen to this opportunity. You hear what you have been told today? Purity was invited. Purity is my wife. She was invited to listen to this. So she came and to listen. And when she listened, it was a Sunday evening, afternoon rather. When she listened, she came home and told me, hey, there's something I have heard in town and we are going to do it. By the way, I still remember Purity never asked me whether we should do that business. And later on, she explained that I was not in the meeting, so I was not one of the people to be consulted because I had not had what she had. So basically what she was doing, she was giving me a notice that actually I have started a business. And it helped me because probably if she had started asking questions, I would have started giving her advice very unfounded because I had not actually listened to the opportunity. So that is what happened. So she told me she had started, she had actually paid, and I was telling somebody else another day, that is one of the danger of marrying an educated lady. You know, she will make decisions, and because she also has some money, she will go ahead and implement. So kind of I was being notified. And so for me, it was like, I have heard about this and we have started this business, but I really didn't know about it. So I attended a presentation like the one we have been given this evening, a wonderful one. And I had the presentation. When I was keen to listen, I realized that there was actually money in this opportunity. So I said, later on now, I attended another meeting. And you know, within no time, we got our first check. It was very small. It was only 1,000 Kenya shillings and 362, roughly $10. That was not really much. In fact, I remember somebody asking me in the staff room, that is at Rocho, whether that was in Kenya shillings or in US dollars. So I said, of course, that it was in US. Sorry for that. So I explained that it was in Kenya shillings. It was not really something to write home about. And I remember those initial days. It was very unsettling. You know, it looked. Another teacher told me, "Oh, you have joined that business of drugs." You know, if you put it in Kiswahili, for the East Africa, and for those of you that may grasp Kiswahili, he told me, "Oh, umeanza ile biashara ya madawa." You know, the implication looks like I was peddling in drugs. Then, you know, it wasn't a very good thing, and I felt like it wasn't going to amount to much. Now, I attended trainings, the similar one, and like another one that we are normally given on Thursdays here. When I went for the training, I realized the business was even bigger than I thought. Then my second check came. It was 29,531. That was roughly $300, a good amount of money. In fact, if you are in a physical meeting, I would have asked for a clap. I think when we meet, when Olo visits East Africa again, he'll find a way of having a clap for me because of that check. This is the reason. That money was more than my net. You know, after pay as you earn, pay as you eat, pay as you walk around, that money was more than my net. I was really excited, very excited. Then later on, the following month, I became a director. I became a director in our business after 3 months. And my check was 60,948, roughly $600. That money was almost the gross salary I was getting from TSC, the Teacher Service Commission. It was really exciting, very exciting. You see, ladies and gentlemen, what I got was, there was something else I could do and earn. You see, all along, the whole idea was, I teach, I am employed, and that is how I'm going to earn my money. Now, I realized that I'm doing this business, I am getting almost daily profits because I could sell, I could share products. Then at the end of the month, I could get my bonus. And then at some point, my bonus now started going beyond where I came from, because the very first people to join my network or my organization were the teachers in the staff room and the people around me. But soon, I started getting people join our organization from far. And I was so excited when I realized it could even get outside the country. That one really struck me. You see, many people I had known had businesses, even teachers like me had businesses, like somebody would be a teacher and then open a shop that was only supposed to serve the people in the neighborhood. Then I got the information that this business was able to give me business in Kenya and over 50 other countries. To me, I got really excited. Then this was really the turnaround for my business. In 2015, having started the business in 2013, we got an invitation to visit South Africa. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, having come from the village and now and had never seen the inside of an aeroplane, now I get a chance to get inside one. And not only that one, take off. I was really excited, really excited. You go getting into an airplane and somebody is telling you, welcome, sir. And you almost look behind to see who is the sir being referred to. Because you could not imagine that you are being referred, that kind of, treatment. And then we go to Sun City. Shortly after, we were invited in the same year to Johannesburg, Santon Sun, for a Ruby orientation. Apparently, it is Purity and I that were invited for that particular time from Kenya. Now you can see me, and then they even came for us from our house. They came for us. The company paid. We were taken from our house to the airport, and you could see now that it was really exciting. And then we go, and then shortly after we were invited to Cape Town. Then we went to Abu Dhabi and actually passed through Dubai and spent some time there. Then we were invited to Mauritius, a wonderful country, a very nice country. And to me now, I could no longer now stay with the TSC. A very wonderful job as a teacher, but I felt I needed to leave. You see, there is a way that you realize what your employer has been doing, and because you do not want to spoil the well, you want to live in peace. So I simply left. And I felt, let me give another person a chance to continue teaching and explaining adjectives and adverbs. For me, I thought of doing this business now full time. Then last year, we were actually invited to Istanbul, Turkey. And sometimes you get into an airplane and then they start asking you, will you take fish or chicken? And sometimes, that element, that the village in me almost says, give me the chicken as you prepare the fish. You feel like you want to take both of them. And it has been really exciting. It has been really exciting. Where do I see this business take me through in the future? To me, I've just begun this business. Now I know what PV is. I know how to join this business. I'm only 11 years old in this business, quite young. I'm not even yet a teenager in this business. I realized the other day, a gentleman who has been in this business for 50 good years. Before I was born, the gentleman was doing this business and he's still in the business. That is really exciting. So I'm looking at it, and it's really, for me, it's opening new horizons. I see like the world has become bigger. When some people complain, for example, in Kenya, those of you that are outside Kenya, I have some friends of mine that really complain in Kenya that even the taxes have even gone higher. There is another one being now that is it is a bit controversial, but it is getting kind of implemented. The one of houses, that you're supposed to contribute for houses. And when people complain in Kenya, and it's because of many other taxes, I don't know what is happening in other countries. I have one consolation. I don't ignore that I am a Kenyan, but you see, I'm also doing this business in Botswana. I'm also doing this business in South Africa. I'm doing this business in Europe. I'm doing this business in the USA. I'm doing this business in Canada. I'm doing this business in other countries. In other words, you know, economies can never all be the same. And it is really exciting to know that I can do business outside Kenya. So this opportunity now opens my eyes so that I'm not only, limited to what is happening in our small country, allow me to call it that, but now I have been given an opportunity that can go beyond this country. And Neolife has just been a wonderful opportunity. When I present this opportunity to somebody in the US, there is an office in the US. In fact, the business originated from there. So I don't need to do so much explanation. I'll tell them you can actually order the same product where you are. Can you imagine? I am right here in Nairobi and I am selling my product in the US, right inside there. Recently, I sold some products in Britain. I haven't been to Britain, but I have friends there that are in my organization. And I sell to them, or rather we do business when they are there and I'm here. And to me, that's a wonderful opportunity. And guess what? The opportunity has also opened up to social media, and that now I'm able to interact with so many people. And right now, the gentleman I have done the presentation together with today, he is actually in South Africa. I am in Nairobi, Kenya. You know where you are. I can see some friends of mine from Botswana. I can see some friends from Nigeria, some from Tanzania, Uganda, and all over the world. They are actually in this meeting. Can you imagine? They all know about a product. Those that are members, they know about a product called TNN. I don't start anything new. So to me, I look at it like a platform that has been put for me there for me to do virtually anything that I want to do. So I want to stop at that. I am a man of few words, and like today, I feel like there are fewer. So allow me to stop at that, and allow me to invite back the civil engineer, Pascal Olo, who is also our upline, to come and actually take us to the end of the meeting. Karibu sana, Pascal.
Thank you very much, Isaac. I'm glad that I was able to put off my audio and video because of the laughter I was enjoying behind the screens. That's really a wonderful story, Isaac. I really appreciate you sharing with us your story. I mean, the people who are attending this meeting, if they're not excited, I'm excited on their behalf. So just to wrap up, one of the things our company has done, in fact, Isaac said it very well. He's in Kenya, but he's got a business growing in the US, and he's got a business growing in South Africa, a business growing in Botswana because of technology. Once you join this business, you can order the products online, you can register new distributors online, you have your own back office. It means you can monitor and manage the business if you have access to the internet. Training is done locally and internationally by online. I mean, this meeting, there are people from different regions around the world. Delivery of products, the company contracts courier companies in every market they do business so that the products are delivered to our customers and distributors to their doorstep or to their nearest center. Payment of bonuses and of products is done by electronic funds transfer or mobile money. One of the things we have done is to partner with some of the best sports people in the world. These are members of the Springboks, the world champion in rugby, Billy Leroux and Kat Lee Erance, people who use our products because we've got simply the best products in the marketplace. That's why they use this product. And then once a year, we have regional meetings in East Africa. The distributors met in Dar es Salaam, in Tanzania on the 28th of October. In Southern Africa, we met in Pretoria on the 14th of October. In Nigeria, they had about 6 or 7 different meetings because of the population and the way the business is booming and exciting in Nigeria. So we meet once a year to share the success that people have in the business. What do you need to get started? In Botswana, you need between 670 and 1350 pula. In South Africa, you need between 870 and 1880 rand. In Kenya, between 8,700 and 11,000 Kenya shillings. In Nigeria, between 32,000 and 40,000 naira. In Tanzania, you need 159,000 or 201,000 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda, you need 238 or 295,000 Uganda shillings. In the USA, you need $75. In Togo, 45,300 or 60,300 francs CFA. In Italy, 64 euros. In Ghana, 700 or 1,130 Ghanaian cedis. In Cameroon, is 56,000 or 68,000 francs CFA. This is what you need as your initial investment to get your business started. One of the things that we take full advantage of in this business is something called leverage. I see the person who's been paying keen attention in this business is Jacinta Wanjiru. She's really been paying attention to the business. Just a question, Jacinta, if I gave you two things, I gave you $1 million in cash or 1 cent doubled every day for 31 days, what would you choose? I asked a guest over the weekend what they would choose. They told me without blinking an eye, give me $1 million. So when I told them, if I give you 1 cent doubled every day for 31 days, the figure is $10.7 million. Of course, he changed his mind. Why? Because he did not understand the power of leverage. Leverage simply means you learn the way to multiply the effort that you put in any business. And this is one of the key principles we have in our business. All right, so remember, if you're a guest, success begins with a decision. If you're a distributor, you need to keep deciding every day what you're doing in the business to become successful. Once you've decided to succeed, once you've decided to do the business, number one, you need to know what you want. What is your dream? What is it that you've always wanted to do and nothing, for various reasons, you've not been able to do it? You need to have a dream. Number two, you need to be teachable. That means find out what you need to do, find out what you need to know so that you can learn and be teachable and become successful. And number three, just sheer hard work, discipline, guts, persistence. If you have these three things going for you, you're going to be successful. And the last one is belief in yourself. To believe that you can also succeed in this business. To believe in your sponsor, the person who invited you to this business. To believe in the company in your life. Jerry Brasfield started this business in 1958, and he believed this business could be built. 66 years later, Neolife operates in over 50 countries around the world. So dreams do become true. What is next for you? If you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. They will show you how to get started. Just follow their guidelines and their advice. You're going to be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you very much. You've been a wonderful audience. Isaac, thank you very much for a wonderful story. Cynthia, thanks for hosting our meeting today. Thank you, good night, and God bless.